Okay, today's in-service will be about social skills interventions that we use in special education to teach our students how to interact with others. Now, we can all argue that appropriate skills are essential for moderate severe students to learn in school. But what is the most effective way to accomplish this? First, it is critical to acknowledge that learning appropriate social skills allows moderate to severe students to interact with their general education peers. It gives them an opportunity to bridge the gap and build a foundation for true inclusivity. However, the social skills that a student may need to learn varies upon their disability. Many academics have recognized the success of research-based approaches that can be used to teach appropriate social skills to moderate severe students. For example, social stories can be used to teach students how to act in certain situations and settings, whereas point of view video modeling allows a visual model of a desired behavior. We will explore both approaches in further detail, including how it would be implemented, who would implement it, and what social skills would be acquired in the process. We will also explore learning social skills in transition phases and adulthood, determining which approach is best. Nick?
Today, we will go over two research-based methods of teaching social skills to students with moderate severe autism. Here you see an example of a social story that you could find on a student's desk. You will notice that all of the directions are things that the student should do and not what the student should not do. This gives students with autism a guide to follow as to what they are expected to do while in class. Social stories include picture cues and text describing the situation, meanings of important social cues, desired social responses, thoughts, feelings, and reactions of the characters involved in the story, in addition to general social cues. Point of view video modeling is the research-based method we will discuss today. Video modeling is the presentation of a specific social and communication skills that are performed to facilitate the imitation of the skill by the child with autism. Videos are very specific and have proved to teach social skills in a way that can be repeated over and over until the student masters the skill. To understand the why of teaching social skills, you must understand the limitations that many of our students have. Students with autism have trouble with many things. And one such difficulty is taking turns, as it is hard to see outside of themselves and to think of others. Self-regulation means to have the ability to handle strong emotions like anger and anxiety. Students with autism struggle responding to others in an appropriate way and following directions. Handling arguments are challenging for our students as they often get lost in their strong emotions. And the most important is their struggle to make friends. This is particularly challenging as interacting with others does not come natural and often requires a lot of patience from peers. Teaching social skills will help the increase positive behavior, and as the positive behavior increases, the negative behavior decreases. Teaching social skills also improves social emotional skills, which is how they understand emotions and the ability to experience a situation fully among others. In the classroom, we see increased participation in lessons, which in turn increases the quality and quantity of education. And perhaps the most important result is the increase of self-esteem. And when students feel good about themselves, they are more open to learning.
Social stories. The concept of social stories originated back in 1991 by Carol Gray. Research has shown that social stories can have a positive impact on the social interaction of students with autism. Specific skills that can be taught with social stories are teaching students about self-care, such as hygiene and getting dressed, social skills, such as taking turns, sharing, and asking someone for help, and how to cope in particular situations, such as stressful ones and sudden changes in daily routine, meeting new people and obsessions, Social stories also give students information about what can happen in a specific situation and provide guidelines for appropriate behavior in their situation. Social stories are short descriptions of a particular situation, event, or activity, which includes specific information about what to expect in that situation and why. Teachers can implement social stories by reading text, listening to audio files, or by watching videos of social skills in action. They can be applied to a wide range of behaviors and situations to assist students with autism in learning social and functional life skills. Teachers would implement social skills into their class curriculum. Teachers and paraprofessionals would implement the social stories with students that have targeted behaviors for specific social skills. In this case, social stories will be used with Jonathan to help him improve his table manners and behavior when it comes to communicating with classroom staff and peers at school. Social stories will be read several times a week in class. Social stories are an appropriate intervention for Jonathan to begin learning how to execute proper social skills. Point of view video modeling. Point of view video modeling is an intervention that can be used to record and provide visual evidence of a behavior or social skill that is being targeted. Point of view video modeling is presented from a first-person perspective. Research suggests that students with autism enjoy watching videos. Point of view video modeling has been used to teach students with autism an array of behaviors and social skills for various situations and events. Specific skills and behaviors that Jonathan will learn through point of view video modeling are self-care skills, basic social skills, coping with stressful or heightened situations, learning how to verbally respond properly to others in a conversation, and how to ask someone for help. In point of view video modeling, the target behavior or skill is recorded from the perspective of the learner. Point of view video modeling is implemented by recording over the shoulder of the subject who is engaging in a specific task or activity. The subject from the video then sees their actions from the perspective of the subject engaging in the task or activity. The teacher would implement the intervention of point of view video modeling. During class activities, the teacher would record the student with the use of point of view video modeling. The filming takes place in class because it is a familiar environment for Jonathan. The teacher would use this intervention with assistance from the class paraprofessionals. Jonathan would be the student who would be the centerpiece of the point of view video modeling. The recording of point of view video modeling would take place on several occasions throughout the school year. Point of view video modeling is appropriate for the transition stage because it will allow Jonathan to begin observing himself engaging in behaviors and social skills that need to be improved on.
So let's watch a video about how a social story is used to teach students on how to use polite words.
How's your lunch, Chris?
It smells great. Mrs. Harris, the lunch lady, was really nice. She even noticed my new shirt.
Oh, she didn't say anything to me. In fact, Miss Harris seemed a little grumpy when I asked for food.
Maybe you didn't use polite words when you asked for it.
Really? How did you ask for your food?
Well, when I got to the front of the lunch line, Mrs. Harris was facing the other way. So I said, "Excuse me, Mrs. Harris." And she turned around and asked me what I wanted to eat for lunch. So I asked, "May I have some chicken, carrots, and yogurt, please?" She told me, "Yes, you may," and then put lots of food on my tray. I said, "Thank you very much." And then she said, "You're welcome. That's a nice shirt, young man." She was very nice.
Wow, You're right. She was nice to you.
How did you ask for your food, Peter?
I said, give me some fish, green beans, and yogurt. And then she gave me my food. But she didn't say anything to me.
Peter, she was probably grumpy because you didn't use polite words.
Oh, well, which words are polite words?
Well, words like please, thank you, and excuse me.
How do I use them? Can I use them anytime?
Sure. When you ask for something like food, you should say, may I please have some food? And always say thank you when someone does something nice for you.
Oh, and what about excuse me?
When you need to get someone's attention, but that person is busy, you should say, excuse me, to let them know that you would like to talk to them.
Just like you said to Miss Harris. Wow, Chris, you know so much about being polite. Thanks for helping me. Hey, I just used a polite word. Woohoo!
Yeah, way to go, Peter.
All right. Can we please eat our lunch now? I'm hungry.
Yes, we may.
Okay. So we have explained how interventions such as social skills and point of view video modeling can be beneficial for moderate severe students. Both approaches have had a positive effect in the development of social skills. However, pertaining to the transition population, it would seem to be more beneficial to utilize the point of view video modeling intervention as opposed to using social stories to build social skills. Point of view video modeling, video self-modeling consistently realizes substantially more pronounced effects than other forms of modeling. The reason for this is most likely due to the person using themselves as their own model and consequently maximizing similarity to and identification with said model. In addition, positively changing one's own behavior as a result of self-modeling may cause an alteration of cognitive processes, such that these cognitions become consistent with the new acquired observed behavior. We hope you learned more about how special ed teaches social skills to moderate severe students with autism. Should you have any questions, please feel free to ask them after the presentation. Also know that we are available anytime should you have any questions at a later date.